Frame 3 Nair. Better than Jigglypuff. Better than Wario's. Floats through the air like a damn butterfly. He sure as hell stings like a beast, dude. That's something else for sure. The punish game of Yoshi is better than it's better than it's arguably ever been, at the very least in the last couple of Smash games. You know, they decided to give this character Olimar combo specifically off of his tilts. You get hit by a raw F tilt or a raw up tilt by Yoshi in the neutral, you best believe you might be taking damn near 60% off of those ladder strings that he has in the up air, which is another huge hitbox he has, by the way. But none of that is going to matter if you can't get in against the disjoint in the first place. Still at 0%, 20 seconds into this game, is Yez.
Yeah, and now is going with the blue Yoshi, controversial choice, all things considered, if I'm being completely honest. But that's am I allowed to say that? I don't know.
Of course you are.
You're just laughing, and I was like, okay, well now I feel dumb.
I was laughing because it was funny.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you know, but it is typically considered the Suarez Yoshi, so I can at the very least understand that. But I don't know if the Yoshis abide by that rule. I think they're better people than that. I think they're just like, all right, this is my favorite color. I'm picking this Yoshi. It's that simple.
And I can respect that, honestly.
Yeah, same.
So, this is a Yoshi though that we have seen do pretty well for themselves. Oh my gosh, if they were actually using that in. Oh, yeah, that armor through the down B, counteracting with the Aether. And this is just one of those other things. I mean, Yoshi already has a tough time against swords, but because you're trying to establish your zone and tack on damage with that egg, and you're trying to dictate someone's movement with that, that's what makes Ike such a tough matchup for Yoshi, is because you can just kind of nair through it and then come back in, and if you space yourself out correctly enough, you're able to punish pretty much at will.
Mm-hmm. All that airspeed doesn't matter if you got a big sword to sort of create your safe zone, if you would, against a character like that. But it's all about knowing when to swing and knowing when to swing so you won't be overwhelmed. That's 2. Oh, not taking advantage of the air dodge back right there. I don't blame him. I think Slade was deciding to hold back right there and just sort of wait for the ledge trap situation that he could have created, potentially with an egg, as that up air takes the stock. Specifically because he was probably afraid of Ether, which would have beaten out literally anything Slade decided to do right there. So I guess he thought it was a lot more wise to just not go for like a forward smash there or something and instead hang back and wait to see what he could do instead. And hey, you know, he's still keeping the game at pretty much dead even because of it, so it's not like that decision held him back detrimentally.
Yeah, exactly. And being able to armor through those fares is going to be incredibly useful, and really fair and nair how useful that's going to be against Yoshi, where they're going to want to approach you as much as possible. That could well be the difference, is being able to read on the ground with smash attacks and having the range to do so. Yez is going to get that with a down tilt, and yeah, they're more than okay with this situation. The Yoshi is not going to be able to kill quite as early as they will, and Yez is more than content with these matchups. They absolutely feast on them.
Yeah, definitely an ill-advised air dodge on the part of Slade directly into the loving arms of Yez right there with that forward tilt. And now up an entire stock because of it, already almost lapping him in percent on that second stock as well, Stu. Got him off the top, catching his DI as well. A spark of lightning coming out. My friends, the game said that wasn't going to kill. Even the game said that wasn't going to kill. But my man died off the top. Slade at 99%. As heavy of a dino as he is, that doesn't mean you can afford to be slipping up your DI as we take a look at that replay once again. Holy moly, straight up. That's the worst possible angle you could have got sent at. Worst.
Yeah, just wasn't expecting it at all. Yez is going to take full advantage, and you know, we were talking about the straight hit kill power of Ike. Certainly is one of those things that keeps this character active in the meta of this game. But yeah, if you're, it's everything that leads up to that, including the fact that you can neutralize so much of what Yoshi does with a few swings of that sword. With basically just 3 buttons, you can make that Yoshi borderline useless. It's tough if you're Slade, and this is an uphill battle that they're fighting from the beginning. I'm curious as to what you think Slade can do in order to keep themselves in this thing. I feel like it's very read reliant here.
It's low profile and know what to do about those neutral airs specifically as his combo starters. You might not think it's due, and it has nothing to do with the necessarily the art style of the characters, if you would, or the fact that they both have insanely good nairs. But the matchup does low-key remind me of Yoshi versus Palutena. You know, Palutena is probably Yoshi's worst matchup. It's not very good, but it's not necessarily because of Palutena's nair, as amazing as that move is. One thing that I've learned is with my Palutena playing against a lot of good Yoshis in my day is that they love to sort of wait for you to do the move and either parry it or just beat you out with an up tilt underneath it. They like to run under, and before the hitbox of the move is necessarily out, if they can get behind Ike somehow, run in, up tilt, and that's how they get a gigantic punish afterwards, because Yoshi's tilts on the ground are all amazing combo starters. So, read reliant, sure, in a lot of situations it is, and that's one thing that keeps the matchup for sure in Ike's favor, or at the very least even for Yoshi. But it's also getting those, like, sort of on-the-ground combo starters. When you're up in the air and disadvantaged like that, how are you going to take advantage of the double jump armor that Yoshi has? It's a double jump, you're going up, Ike is below you. It's not a good thing, man. Being in the air and smash is just never a good thing. So if you want my answers, Stu, I think that's what Slade has really got to start doing if he wants any chance of taking out Yez.
And Yez is just so good in the advantage state, it's going to be tough to do it. Wound up getting that F smash at the very least, and it comes out maybe not the quickest thing in the world, but if you're able to read that landing, that's basically where you have to get in on Ike, because you have to be able to punish one of those laggy landings and get those shield breaks. It's going to be a down smash that winds up taking the first stock off of Yez. Slade taking that first stock in dramatic fashion.
And I like the down smash choice right there. It's not a common smash attack ever really used by Yoshi too much, and so I think when his shield was broken and he was at kill percent, I think he elected to use that specifically to make sure that that was the move put on the stale negation shard in case he ever needed a forward smash or an up smash later on. It was a move that was just as likely to kill, but doesn't want it to be staled or weakened later. And another ill-advised air dodge. That's the second time that his second stock throughout this set has been taken by an ill-advised air dodge back into the stage like that when he's out of the corner. Yez is prepared for it every single time with that. Can you even call it a read when the up smash covers that much distance? It's just coverage, man. It's just coverage at that point.
More or less, and this is a big, high-risk, high-reward character in Ike, but I mean, online really does cover up a lot of Ike's flaws, and it's been. Oh, speaking of down smashes, my God.
That was actually pretty nasty. He back threw him, waited for the 1 second grab timer to finish so he could grab him again, looking like a damn melee tech chase. And then when he couldn't go for it again, just covered two options with the down smash, man. And he connected with it. Absolutely wild, man. Yez is setting up another mountain for Slade to be able to climb here, and so far it's not looking good for the blue dino.
Oh, it's going to connect on the fair, but Yez has been doing a good job mixing up their recoveries. Yep. That's going to do it for that second stock. Yez wasting their jump, and Slade is going to be perfectly fine with that. However, Slade is going to air dodge. They do have a jump, but they make it back. They got carried up with that sword. They'll suffer some damage, and that is probably just enough to, Yez is more than happy with that trade. And if you were trading at that percentage as Yoshi, you are losing. And Yez is going to move on by a score of 2-0. It was not without a challenge from that Yoshi, who was perhaps more in that set than perhaps they had a right to be. But yeah, that's part of that was the shield break. Another part of that was some smart play at the ledge. But that's Yez doing Ike things, and that was probably always how it was going to end, all things considered.
If that up B did come out like a second later, Slade would have won. He would have footstooled him. That's what I thought was going to happen there for a second. I thought he was going to footstool and have the clutchest comeback of just about any damn dinosaur that I personally, as this commentator, has ever seen in my life. But that's not what happened there. He's able to whip out that invincible move just quick enough to the point where no footstools, no hitboxes is going to deter in Ike's way. Ain't nothing going to break his stride, nothing going to slow him down. He'll just keep on moving, ladies and gentlemen, as we
I think they were actually going for that. I get the feeling, because you didn't see them jump. You saw them air dodge in.
Yeah.
There was a lot of end lag on that thing, and that was the directional air dodge to keep them in this thing. It was obviously good DI, but I think they knew that they had to go for the footstool there. They had no choice.
Yeah, I